All right, how are we going to do this?
Well, I think we're going to talk about the cruise and all of its shortcomings so far, and we're going to get gradually more desperate as the days go by. Especially if we don't find a way to play Corpse Party.
Should we start with that, or should
let's start with that. No, let's start with that. Not with the lines on the way in, because that's all pretty much expected. No. There's a flat panel TV, a flat panel HD TV, a Samsung brand name flat panel HD TV here in the room that doesn't allow you to change what source you look at. It has a bunch of ports in the back, and none of them are usable, except the ones that the cruise company decides should be usable. That means that our efforts to bring the PSTV here and be dancing all night or corpse partying during the day have been thwarted, at least for now.
And God knows I don't go on a cruise for anything but to play video games.
I don't know. I mean, I can go a week without playing video games, but I don't want to.
We don't have to. I have games on my laptop here.
Yeah, and I have my DS, but it's the principle of the thing. I was really looking forward to some corpse party. Now I'm going to have to steal that from you and take it home and then ship it back to you some other time.
I mean, it was
or I'll have to buy it, which is just
part of the plan.
Simple way. No, it was not. This was exactly counter to the plan. It was contra to the plan.
No, I mean, the plan was to show up and play Corpse Party and dancing all night. That was part of the plan.
That was part of the plan, and it's been thwarted.
The Contra Cruise has contra-planned us.
It's not the Contra Cruise's fault. I don't think the Contra Cruise is responsible for the TV. It's the Royal Caribbean Company. And
yeah, but they don't have the word contra in their name, so there's no wordplay I can really do.
We don't need wordplay. We're in the moral right.
Well, it is called the Liberty of the Sea, and I have no liberty to hook up my PlayStation
The liberty
TV
not to see anything except what we put on the TV. Maybe we should have waited for the cruise to be on a Liberty of the TV boat.
We are adrift in the world of playing PlayStation TV.
It sucks, too, because you could have just brought the Vita, and I could have just sat behind you and watched you play Corpse Party. That would have worked just fine. But no! We were like, oh, we're going to be smart. We're going to bring the PS TV. Yeah, we hooked up to the flat panel TV that they say that it has.
And we specifically had to look up because the picture for this cabin showed a tube TV. We had to look it up to make sure they actually had a flat panel TV, and it was just an old picture.
Yeah. And they're like, yeah, no, it's a flat panel TV. And we're like, great, that's exactly what we need. And then they're like, yeah, but you can't do anything. I mean, like 75% of the buttons on that remote control don't do anything.
Yeah, that's the weirdest part. It's like, why did...
And, like, I don't even understand how mechanically they did this. Like,
it took a lot of work to do that. I mean, the TV has a source button on it, and they had to ask Samsung to give them TVs where the source button wouldn't work. Just leave that function out.
And yet I can't believe that they actually did that, because otherwise the TV seems like it's fairly stock. Like, if you look at the bottom of it, it has a gap where you can put it on a stand. So yeah. It's not like they, if they had custom ordered this thing, they wouldn't have had the gap in the bottom for the stand, I would think. But we tried unhooking the different cables, and that doesn't seem to help either. So it's not some kind of command it's getting from the cable input, so we don't know what to do. We might buy a cheap flat panel TV in Honduras.
So this is a big issue for us, it really is.
Well, I was really looking forward to Corpse Party.
It's like I got a whole week of vacationing, and
we were going to Corpse Party during the day and dance all night. And now we can't do either. Now we're stuck with Etrian 2, which is a great game. And maybe Dragon Quest 9, which is a great game.
Well, I didn't even bring my DS because I figured that this would work. I didn't see a reason that this wouldn't work.
I had no notice that it wouldn't work. That they should have told us that. That we would have done a lot. We would have done things a lot differently if we had known that.
Yeah, like if there was a little note.
Like I would have brought a TV.
Yeah, I mean, I had a little TV I could have brought, and if there was a little note that said, "You can't use this TV for anything that you would actually want to use a TV for," I might have done that.
We can rent porn, I think.
Yeah, like the only thing we could find, it was a parental access code that you could change so you could rent porn. There's really no other movies to watch either on there, is there?
I didn't actually check because I can't imagine that there's anything on that thing that I want to watch. Yeah. So
it'll be like Madagascar or something. A stupid movie that's 10 years old.
And isn't good anyway.
And I mean, and we certainly can't watch the porn, especially given the fact that we already had to have them come in and move the beds apart.
Yeah, we're having a spat. And the rumors start flying. No, we came in after dinner and there was a complimentary bottle of white wine and 2 glasses because it's Justin's birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, me.
Happy birthday, me. Something I can't use.
The guy
if I give you this wine back, can you make the TV work? Here's wine, make TV work. I just need a Phillips screwdriver. If I have a Phillips head screwdriver, I could take the back plate off of that thing. I'm pretty sure I can find the switch. There's got to be one.
I think when they dropped off the wine, he left the room saying, "Bow chicka wow wow."
Oh man. Oh no. Okay, so I mean, that aside, so far the cruise has been relatively nice in the sense that like the Contra parts of it have been all right. Tom Woods and Bob Murphy are stand-up guys. They're around. We actually ran into Bob Murphy in the hallway on the way out of our stateroom, so he must be on the same floor as us. So that's kind of funny.
I've actually met quite a few cool people between the hotel and getting on the boat, and but it was weird though, because like Tom came over to our table,
yeah,
and shook my hand, and I was like, I don't communicate with people enough to really have anything to say to anyone that comes up to me and shake my hand. So I was like, "Oh, hi, how's it going?"
Yeah, basically. But like,
I will say this though. I will say this. After reading all of the rules and regulations of the cruise and all the dress codes and various things that they have, it was very reassuring to see that the hosts were dressed less formally than we were.
Yeah, they were, but then they said that tomorrow is a formal night and they expect a jacket and suit and all that stuff. Yes. Tuxedo is actually in the stupid flyer that they gave us, which is horrifying.
Well, that was in the secondary.
I don't think anyone
flyer.
Actually owns a tuxedo. Don't people only rent those? Like, what sane person would own a tuxedo?
None that I know.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe me, but you said sane person.
Yeah, well, I mean, you might not be a sane person, but you also don't own a tuxedo.
But I probably would if
Would you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I do weird things.
But like a tuxedo is like a lot of money. You could buy a lot of video games with the money that you spend on a tuxedo.
Yes, but I have a lot of video games.
So?
And I don't get too many opportunities to invite people over to play games and answer the door in a tuxedo. And it would be nice to do once or twice.
If you answer the door in a tuxedo for me to come over and play video games, I would turn around and leave because I would think you were going to kill everyone. Hello, I'm Justin. I'm pretending to be a butler so that according to Knox's rules, I can't actually be the murderer.
All right, well, that ruins my plans for buying a tuxedo, so...
Good. I'm glad that I have ruined your plans for buying a tuxedo.
Well,
they are frivolous devices. But like, there's a lot of problems with, like... I'm not sure what the art direction...
Oh, God, the art.
The art on this boat is horrendous. It's so bad. Like, on the way to our stateroom, there's, like, a bunch of pictures where someone took a piece of fruit and made it into an animal by like carving pieces of it out, and it's like both juvenile and disturbing at the same time. It's like you half expect to start hearing it like talk in like the annoying orange voice from like that stupid Nickelodeon show.
Yeah, and
it doesn't, so you're a little bit relieved, and then you see the next one, which is a lemon that they turned into a pig, and you're like, I'm not sure I can stay here.
And then the stairwells are just full of pictures of sad women. Or crying women. Like every picture of every painting of a person.
Or stern-looking women. There was that one picture of that. They were like, smile, and she's like, I don't know how to do that. And they're like,
no, that wasn't.
Show your teeth.
That wasn't
a
painting though. That was an actual picture of an actual person, and
I don't know if it was a photograph or like a photorealistic painting or what.
No, it was a photograph.
Was it a photograph?
It was a photograph. It looked like Rosie O'Donnell or something, and it was just like
scowling.
Yeah. It's like she's a, what's the word? She's a benefactor of the ship or something,
yeah, right.
And they just couldn't get her to take a good picture. Like that was the best one out of 100.
Yeah, we tried 100 times. We brought out the sock monkey and everything. She couldn't make her smile.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not a picture-taking person, but I think I'm gonna have to go around and just take pictures of the artwork on this ship.
Oh man, it's so bad.
Seriously, though, there were like 20 pictures of girls crying.
Well, they weren't all crying. Most of them just looked like they were in a deep, deep despair.
Yeah.
Like there was a picture of like two sad cheerleaders, and I was like, I don't understand this. Is this supposed to be art?
There's a picture of a woman weeping, reading a book.
Yeah.
And
And books. Well, they have a library here.
Yeah, how loosely can we use that term?
Yeah, well, it is officially designated a library, but I wouldn't call it one by any sense of the term. A couple of mostly empty bookshelves of books that are in German and French mostly.
Yeah, I mean,
and then a bunch of Bibles.
I have a considerable library for the average person, and so I can easily say that my library is bigger and better than the library on the ship. But I could just as easily say that while maybe not bigger, maybe roughly the same size, my brother, who has mostly like comic books, has a better library.
I'm just glad that I brought stuff to read, because that library is going to be completely useless. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break out Silent Sinner in Blue. I'm gonna go sit in there and read Silent Sinner in Blue. And if anyone asks me what the hell it is, I'm gonna talk to them about Toho for 40 minutes. It's going to be great.
No, you're going to talk to them about Toho for 10 minutes, and they may stay, and then you'll talk to them for 40 minutes, and they may run away screaming.
No, I'm going to hold them there. Liberty of the sea be damned.
So yeah, there was nothing but trepidation coming into this trip, because I'm not much of a vacationer and I don't deal with people well.
Yeah, it kind of sucked having to go through the TSA line twice to get to the boat.
I had to get out of the line once because I completely forgot that you can't have like toothpaste and lotion in a bag, and so what I did was
toothpaste. Sir, you're going to have to go now.
Well, I stepped into the line with my bag because I had never flown legitimately. I'd always flown on what they call standby, because I used to work at the airport.
So you'd never checked luggage before?
Yes. Well, I'd never traveled with any luggage that was big enough.
Right, to check.
But this is the first time that I had to fly anywhere where I would be there for 7 days, or at least that I was expecting.
By the way, nice bag.
Oh yeah, so
that must be like 30% of the reason why the rumors about us are flying out of the boat. It's all flowery and shit. What the hell?
Well, so
did you borrow it from your mom?
I did. Yes.
dude, I went and bought this piece. Well, it's under my bed, but I went and bought this piece of shit at Walmart for $40. It was not that bad.
So that was the best part. Like, I went to Kohl's, and apparently you cannot buy luggage at Kohl's for less than $200.
What?
And I was running out of time at that point, and I just assumed that would be the case anywhere I went, so I didn't even think to drive to
the bargain
Walmart
store
and look for one. But my mother was like, "Oh, well, you could use our old luggage," and we used to have this like blue and burgundy one, and I guess that one long ago got all torn up. So, so I bring a bunch of clothes to my parents, and I go into the basement where I remember this used to be hanging up, and I can't find it. And then as I'm leaving under the stairwell, there's this giant flowery bag sitting there. I'm like, oh, that must be the luggage she was talking about.
No, she just moved it somewhere else, and you took that, and she's like, why did Justin take the flowery luggage?
So the rumors are going to sweep. But yeah, so I didn't bother buying any, because I'm probably not going to go on a big vacation ever again. To like I might go to Japan next year, and that's
but you'll need luggage. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have a bag that you can throw your clothes
into. And even here,
into.
like the only reason that I filled a bag that big was because they wanted formal clothing. Like if I did not read the bit about needing like khakis and dress shoes for the dinners, there would have been nothing but shorts and t-shirts, and I could have fit that all in a backpack.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's even with a backpack, it's tough to fit 7 t-shirts and 7 pairs of underwear and 7 pairs of socks and all that stuff in there.
Yeah, but it's a cruise ship too. I mean, worst case scenario, they sell underwear on the ship.
I suppose. Do they?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
They sell underwear at most hotels. At most hotels, it's mostly women's underwear. I don't think I'd want to go more than one day having to wear that.
Yeah, more rumors is all we need.
But
the freaky guy with the with the flower luggage came and bought women's underwear now.
But
he wore them out.
Wait, how would they know that?
Well, you go into the dressing room with them, and you just come out of the dressing room with
tag. Wrong definition of war.
Oh, yeah, well, there's that.
Yeah, so...
Yes, these fit nicely.
Yeah, so I had to check my baggage, and I completely forgot about this. So I get into the line with my bag, and then I'm like, oh, I need
And
to
there's
go check
that poor
my
lady
baggage.
at like the baggage line, and she's got the tag for your luggage, and she's like, where did he go?
Well, no, it was like an automatic check-in thing. So I checked in, and it was like, oh, the worst part is that I paid $165 for 2 bags.
What?
When in fact I did not have to pay for any.
Yeah. What the hell?
Well, because it
Wait,
was like,
$165?
yes, because I count. It said how many bags do you have, and I have one big bag and one carry-on. And technically, I didn't have a carry-on. I had like a laptop bag,
Which is
that
a
wasn't
personal
going to be-
item.
Yes, it was a personal item.
And your bag is actually small enough that you probably could have thrown it in the carry-on.
Yes, but I was so tired by the time I got to the airport because I worked a shift right before leaving.
Oh,
for the
right,
airport.
yeah.
So it was like an hour and a half after the time that I would normally be in bed sleeping, and I was dazed and I had no coffee in me, and it was just like, I have to pay for this? I totally didn't even think about that. So I just swiped the card and not even thinking, and
But 100. What airline did you fly in? A Spirit?
I'm sorry, it was 130. It was
That's still nuts. I mean,
yeah, but it was like 65 for the checked and then 65 for the person, or maybe it was 35 for the personal.
That's
yeah.
crazy. No, I mean, I paid 25 for my giant bag.
Well, Spirit is cheap to fly, so if you don't bring any checked luggage, they're really, really cheap. That's one of the attractions.
Oh,
of them.
I see.
Like, I think, is it Delta that doesn't charge you for...
No, it's Southwest.
Southwest,
gives
yeah.
you one free bag, and JetBlue too.
Yeah. No, Spirit is ridiculously cheap. So, like, if I had gotten to it on time, my flight would have been $179, but, like, I missed that particular package by 1 hour, so
geez.
I got the next highest one, which was, like, $219.
Okay.
So my flight was actually cheap. So
Is that round trip or one way?
round trip? So
Okay, that's pretty good.
So in the end, I really basically paid a full Southwest ticket price, including
Yeah.
that bag stuff that I...
Oh, that's so ridiculous.
Even so, though, so I did that, and then I got back in the line and went through security, and it was smooth sailing once once I got done undressing for the TSA and getting on the plane, and I really thought that the layover was going to be trouble, but I basically got off the plane and got back on 10 minutes later. And
Was it the same plane?
yes, it was the same plane.
Oh,
I
that's
did not
stupid.
expect that to happen.
That doesn't usually happen,
yeah.
no.
But it was, I got off and I was like, man, I have no idea where to go from here. And I look at my stub and it's like, oh, A52, where's that? And it's like,
A52.
A52, I am good. And then I flew into the hotel, figured out where to go pretty easy from there. Had an awesome room at the Marriott. It was a king-size bed, really comfortable. I got to figure out where to buy their pillows from because they're like the perfect pillow. I've never had a pillow that comfortable before. And they got this weird couch thing in one corner that has a leather throw pillow on it. It's just really nice room. They had a TV you could hook a PlayStation TV up to.
Yeah.
And
Most places do.
and an ironing board, which cruises apparently do not have.
Not allowed to have open fires, except for birthday candles,
Well, an
apparently.
iron is not an open fire.
It
It's a
is if-
potential open fire.
It is if you're a moron.
And there's a lot of people on the ship. I take your point. Maybe they're smarter than I thought.
I don't know about that.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe they have a little more foresight than you might have thought, but
Yeah.
it's not, smarter is not the right word.
Now, I got to say, though, the cabins here are nice, considering that they have to fit so many people on this boat.
It's
And,
amazing how many people were on the boat. When we were at the roll call for the emergency thing, I was like, holy shit, we're only, I can look to the left and look to the right, and I can see, it must have been 1,000 people.
Yeah.
And that's only 1/4 of the people on the boat. It's like, it's not, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous, the population density here, which is another reason why I think I'm not going to end up liking cruises too much.
Yeah.
Just too much people.
Well, I mean, I used to go to conventions, and, I would always
Yes,
find
I
the
mean, I
ones
went to
that-
conventions too, but you could always find away places where you could sit and it would be quiet somewhat.
Yeah, but I mean, even like when I used to go, it was like when they started off small, I loved them, and then every time one of them got really big, that's when I kind of stopped going.
Yeah, that's true.
I just didn't like dealing with the crowds, and
Crowds on this boat are ridiculous. I think how long did we stand behind the line before we actually went into the restaurant? Was it 15 minutes or something like that? It was just it was
Yeah.
it was one of the 5 major restaurants in the thing, and they opened the doors for dinner, and there was just such this huge crowd of ridiculously huge crowd of people that it was just let's just hang back, let the line kind of dissipate out since we have assigned seats anyway. So
yeah. I kind of feel bad for some of the people that go there expecting certain things too, because it's like there was that there was a woman at our table that was, talking about how she expected more from such a fancy place. And the thing, in my experience, the fancier a place looks, the more likely you're going to be several levels below really, really good cooking.
No, because at that level it's about presentation more than actual cooking.
Yeah.
The carrot cake was good, but not great.
Yeah.
I've had better carrot cake from Walmart.
Yeah, and the food was good.
Oh, no, my chicken was fantastic. That's something that I kind of like to do sometimes when I go to a really nice restaurant, is I like to get something that's not something that they probably like, something that's not really popular.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's where the real, like, good stuff is hidden. Because, they just, they make the same steak dish 400 600 times a day.
Yeah, I got their main course pork chop, and it was a good pork chop, but I could cook one better, and I'm no chef. But the vegetables that came with it, they cooked those really well.
But my chicken was kind of foolproof, and they did a good job. It was one of the best. They mix chicken with brown gravy, and they call it jus, but it's actually just brown gravy, and they did a good job. I'm not used to that combination, because usually people use like a more white gravy with that kind of thing.
Although I have to point out that it's impossible for restaurants really to get me with something I love, because
then they'll go away.
I burn all my food purposely.
Well, there's a difference between like a really, really rare piece of steak and like a medium piece of steak, and people will feel like, oh, you can't eat it that way, it doesn't taste good anymore. It's like, well, that's what personal preference is about.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't like the taste and texture of meat that hasn't been cooked well enough. Medium, kind of like on the medium side of medium rare is the lowest I'll go, because it's just not. Yes, it tastes different when it's rare, and I don't like the way that it tastes when it's rare, so why would I want that?
Yeah. Well, so far I'm not panicking at the fact that they're forcing me to be social with people that I don't know, because they're arranging the seating so that you meet new people every day. And everyone's been really cool, and I suspect that it will continue to be that way.
People seem like they're really great. That's fine. The density is the issue that I have, and it's a cruise ship. I should have expected this.
Yeah. Well, you did expect it, right?
No, I did not expect the density of people to be this high.
Oh, okay. Well, I did.
I did not.
I was mentally prepared for it.
I was not.
You didn't have any trouble getting here, did you?
Aside from the fact that I had to wake up at 2 a.m. to catch my flight, no. That was kind of a stretch. I hate waking up that early because, man, my brain does not boot up properly unless there's some kind of light on my face or something like that. And so, I wake up and I feel like I'm still asleep for an hour. Even though I'm up and doing things, I don't feel right. Whereas if I wake up naturally, even if I wake up early naturally, it works just fine. That's just the ice. That's just the ice settling. And on our complimentary wine that we're not going to drink.
Yes, they delivered complimentary wine to the only two people on the boat that don't drink.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just like, why wasn't there a checkbox for that? We filled out so much information for this cruise, and it's not and there wasn't a checkbox for it.
What else would they have delivered for my birthday though? What would have? Here's a complimentary pair of socks.
I don't know. They could have given us a TV that works.
Oh, no, the TV works. It just doesn't do anything we want it to.
That's the same thing as not working.
We did check out a bit of the ship. You and I aren't really
we walked
let's
around.
Wander around and see everything type.
No,
we looked at the map and figured out for the most part, what we're going to deal with.
Yeah, basically. And a lot of the time is going to be spent in the conference room for the Contra Cruise stuff, so that's going to be fun.
I'm debating whether to swim or not. You're not a swimmer. I am.
I am a swimmer. I just don't have any trunks because I live in a fucking desert. And honestly, I hadn't swum for 10 years or something since last summer. I was at my dad's, because I graduated with my PhD and then my apartment lease ran out, so I moved to my dad's for a couple of months while I was getting a job, and it was like, oh man, he has a pool. I can swim again. So I had to learn. I had to kind of like remember how to swim. It didn't take long, but it was like, oh yeah, I need to do this and I need to do this, but like. But I hadn't
I
had.
wasn't aware that was a skill that atrophied. Like, I don't think I could ever forget how to swim.
I didn't forget how to swim, but it was like I sank more than I expected to, especially considering my weight. I was thinking I was going to float like a balloon, but I did not. It was fairly easy for me to sink under the water. So they've got us our cruise compass.
Yes, they're
for day 2, the day that we are at sea, with a weather forecast and dress code.
Before we get into that, I just got to say one thing about the dress code. The pamphlet tells you that you should pack lightly, while at the same time knowing that you're going to be there for a week. You can't pack lightly with 6 changes of clothes, and even if you could,
it is not 6 changes of clothes, because they also say that like you can't have tennis shoes after 6 p.m. and you can't like wear shorts or jeans after 6 p.m. So if you have like 6 changes of casual clothes, then you also need a couple of changes of not quite casual clothes for after 6 o'clock, and then in addition to that, you need the formal clothes. Which
I had to pack 3 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
In my flower bag. This is not helping my image. I mean, I wasn't even going to bring shoes.
I had to hunt. I had to hunt in my house for where I put my dress shoes. I'm like, where did I put those? I haven't seen those in like a year. I was looking through random boxes. I'm like, did I put them in with this? No, I guess I didn't. Are they under this? No, they're not here. Finally, it was like, oh yeah, I guess I put them in a closet somewhere.
They're stuck in a plastic box with some anime about shoes. Yeah, your formal shoes were a bonus item with a specialty order that you did.
Yeah, I wish.
Some pre-order bonus. But no, it was like, so I needed my dress shoes for the formal dinner.
Yeah.
And then I needed a casual pair of shoes in case I wanted to go into any of the quote-unquote public areas.
Right, after 6 o'clock.
After 6 o'clock. And then I also brought my sandals because it'll be the end of the world before I go on a cruise off of the port of Galveston heading to Mexico without a pair of sandals.
Yeah. No, it's stupid to have a vacation where you need formal dress unless you need formal dress every day.
I'm not counting any of the days that I'm not wearing a Hawaiian shirt and shorts as a vacation day.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is a working holiday.
Well, I mean, we can avoid all of this by just getting room service instead.
We can. I do want to go to the Contra Cruise stuff, though. I mean,
the Contra Cruise stuff doesn't have the dress code.
So, well,
I pray.
There's the formal dinner does.
Well, the formal dinner does, but again, we can skip depending on which one is.
We may as well not skip them now. We both brought our.
But I hate wearing that thing, and it's uncomfortable. Oh yeah.
Mine's really comfortable.
No.
Did you have yours tailored?
I mean, define tailored. I had a tailor put things around me and tailor it.
You got it semi-tailored. That's close enough. It should be pretty comfortable.
It's not.
My shoes.
It's not. Well, it's not that it's not comfortable. It's that it's hot.
Oh well, yeah, there is that, but I don't think we're going to be outside.
No, we're not. But we're going to be in the dining room. That's like 75 Fahrenheit. That's just too freaking hot to wear a suit.
Yeah. Oh, and then they want you to pack lightly. They want you to have a week's worth of clothes. And there's no iron.
No, there's no iron.
They want you to bring a formal dress suit, and there's no.
No, they want you to bring a tuxedo. We're getting away with a formal dress suit.
Oh, my formal dress suit.
And your formal dress suit is a gray suit, which is not a formal dress suit.
Sure it is. I wear it to weddings.
Yeah.
It's got a vest.
Yeah, that's...
Vest is way better than a jacket, but they require a jacket for some reason.
Because...
people are insane.
Yeah. They don't want a vacation. They want...
It's a vacation, not a conference.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have bought a new black suit for a conference. This is not a conference. I'm not buying a new black suit.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even own a black suit. I just have that pinstripe piece of shit. I guess it's not a piece of shit, but it probably needs some work. So this cruise compass is... Oh, they have wash and fold laundry service.
Now we're talking.
It's $35 per bag.
The problem is all of my clothes are here now, needing to be ironed.
Wait, no. Save yourself the work of doing laundry once you get home. Does that mean that they only return it to you after you get like when you're getting off the boat?
Yeah, no, I'm...
Good lord.
They're not getting my $35 for that.
I don't know. It doesn't even have real information. It just says ask your stateroom attendant for more information.
Like, I spent time ironing before I came, and it was just like, why am I doing this? It's all going to be...
You can fold a suit in a bag such that it doesn't get wrinkled. It's difficult, and it should be completely unnecessary for a vacation. So what else have we got? We've got. You see anything interesting? I see a moment in time watch seminar. Rolex, Breitling, Hublot, Movado, and more. Join Craig, your port shopping guide and watch enthusiast, for a look back into the history of time. Tell the difference between a $100 and a $100,000 watch.
I can already tell that difference. The $100 watch is the one that everyone has.
And the $100,000 watch is the one that's got a lot of unnecessary 24 karat gold that's easily scratched.
Yeah, it's also the
one... They have a Liberty beer tasting, don't care. They have professional formal portraits.
Which would be cool if I wasn't already spending a ton of money on a cruise.
Yeah. They have a certified pre-owned Rolex sales event. Oh, Lord God.
Is that before or after the watch thing?
I think it's after.
I'm sure it's in the same room.
It might be. No, they're in different places.
Just in case they couldn't sell you on it the first time.
Yeah. They've got a guacamole demonstration with lunch. I don't know what that...
Well, how do you demonstrate guacamole?
I guess maybe they think the people on the boat are so stupid that they don't know how to make guacamole. That's all I can
Smash
think
an
of.
avocado.
add fresh vegetables to your taste. Done.
They have a cupcake making thing.
It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those things where like the guy's like, and then you have to use artisan cumin, and it's like it's cumin. It doesn't matter.
There's no such thing as artisan cumin. There's cumin. It can be powdered, crushed, or seeded. It doesn't matter.
In fact, if it's seeded, you probably want to crush it up a little bit because if you're biting into,
it's like choking on sunflower seeds.
Then they have the activity and entertainment highlights with some comedy shows, including one that is a late night adult comedy show, which I
don't want to know what that means.
Late night adult only, 18 plus. And then they've got daytime activities. Book an hour on the Flow Rider and fill the sports deck with... What? I don't even know what that is. And then they've got a 3D movie.
It's a boat that you ride behind this boat.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Can I take it back to Texas? And then they have the World's Sexiest Man competition. Each man will get a chance to show off and wow the crowd with their strength and sexy dance moves. That's at 3 p.m. I don't know why that's a daytime event. That's really weird.
It's funny because I'm like 140 pounds and 5'9", but I could probably win the strength one and I'd lose the dancing one.
Oh, jeez. And then they finished that lyric game show, which... Okay, so there's a 6-course meal that's also available.
we should enter the finish the lyric one, and all of our answers should be "Don't rock the boat, baby."
Except for the last one where it's "Don't tip the boat over." Let's see. We've got... Oh, then they keep they're trying to sell us on our next cruise because they have a company called Next Cruise that specializes in selling cruise vacations to people that are already on cruise vacations.
Which means you have to sit and do it in a sales seminar on your vacation.
Well, maybe they do it on a formal day, so you feel like it's more of a working holiday.
Yes.
Let's see. They've got some like hours for their random crap.
I'm also going to wear my dress suit to the acupuncture. That'll really throw them off.
Are we supposed to wear the suit all day tomorrow, or are we just supposed to change into it for dinner?
No, it's just for the dinner.
Are you sure?
They're not going to stop me from wearing non-suit clothes tomorrow until the dinner. Yeah. And even then, it's going to be tough for them.
They're not going to be able to stop you.
I'm going to be putting it on as I walk into the dinner.
Oh my god. Day 2. They really seem like they're trying to say that we need to be wearing the formal stuff all day.
Only in the public areas. I don't know. They didn't tell me what the public areas were, though. So, it'll just be a full day of, "Sir, please leave." I paid a lot of money for this chicken costume. I ain't leaving.
Formal chicken costume. It has a bow tie. And then they've got a bunch of random activities. And my god, this thing is They have an adult 4-on-4 soccer competition, 18 plus, question mark.
Why is it called adult?
I don't know. I guess it's so that you don't just beat up on little kids.
Well, I mean, it's one thing to say adult, but then to say 18 plus, there's an implication there.
I know.
I kind of want to do that, though. I haven't played soccer in years.
You want to play adult soccer?
I don't have to be naked, do I?
You might. I don't know. You see anything else on here worth poking at?
Let's see. Where's that main book that they? Where's the Contra Cruise book? We're gonna read.
There's nothing in it. It's empty. It's got. That's the old one. That's invalid anyway.
That's where it had a lot of the information.
Oh
about.
yeah.
No, it was that. It was this. It was just reach into my old bag of tricks here. And, it was the stapled thing.
Oh yeah, the guest pass.
Yep,
thing?
guest ticket booklet. So let's look at some of the fun things about that you have to know when you take a cruise. Let's see.
You will get Zika and die. I really dislike these paints. I guess the paintings in our room aren't that bad. They're like plant themed.
Yeah, it's the ones in the hall where
the ones in the hallway and in the stairwells.
Where you may be walking at night drunk and terrified.
It's like that tripping out scene from Dumbo, where like just.
That's probably the most trippy scene in all of movie history.
I don't know. I mean, I still haven't seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, but
no, because when they start playing the horn music and all the elephants are turning into cars and driving around,
that is extremely trippy. Yes.
I to this day, I mean, I didn't know what was happening when I was a kid, and I watched it when I got older, and it was I still don't know what was going on. I haven't
seen it ever.
There was something wrong with every single person working on that part of the movie. So there's a big headline that says, "Why not plan the details now so you can relax more later?" But it was almost impossible for me to plan the details because I wasn't sure what. There were so many rules that I wasn't sure how many of them I was going to be breaking without knowing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like they didn't even. It was very unclear exactly how much I was going to need the stupid suit. And I hope to God it's all right that I'm going to wear the same suit for both formal days, because I don't own 2 suits. I don't even own 2 dress shirts.
Let's see. Shore excursions.
Yeah, there's
Get up close and personal with some of the most exciting destinations in the world. That's not a good way to use up close and personal. Experience new adventures, discover new places. Book your tours online or visit our shore excursion desk on board for more information. Make this vacation one to remember. Well, I'm going to be here for 7 days on a giant boat. I've never really done it before, so I'm not entirely convinced that I won't remember it.
I'll remember it. I might not remember it very fondly. I might be like, remember that time we were trapped on a boat with no TV for 7 days?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with
it sticks in my craw.
Mine too, but not so. I mean,
no, I was really looking forward to running some corpse party and some dancing all night, and they're just like, oh yeah, here's your TV. Yeah, it has a bunch of ports on it. You can't use them
unless you want to watch porn. You can watch porn.
Well, you don't have to use the ports in the back for that.
Well, I mean, if you're watching porn, you might. And then they've got like 2 different times here that they're telling you to buy beverage packages. It's like under the first heading it says pre-reserve special amenities like our beverage packages, like wine, soda, and juice. And then like 3 headers down it says beverage packages. Quench your thirst for peace of mind. They're really trying to sell us on those. Like there's posters all over the ship for this stuff.
Well, there's people trying to actually physically sell them. Like we've got 2 Evian bottles here in the room that are like
$6.
Yeah, they're $4.95 a piece plus 18% gratuity for a bottle of water. What gratuity? Who are we tipping and why? we have a refrigerator that smells kind of like rancid watermelon. Don't ask questions. And the first time I tried to plug my phone in to charge it, the light got turned off. I think it was just because I pushed the stupid switch, but at the same time. But it may have also blown a fuse for all I know.
Then they got the spa service. It says our day spa offers countless ways to refresh and rejuvenate your body, mind, and spirit. I'm buying the body part, not the mind and spirit part.
Well, I mean, if you don't have to think about wearing a suit for a few hours, that rejuvenates your mind, doesn't it?
No, I'm wearing the suit to the massage.
No, you have to work through the suit.
This is a public area, right? Indulge yourself and choose
Sir,
from over
this is a cruise.
Wait a minute. It says choose from over 150 spa therapies. How many spa therapies can there possibly be? All right, now we're gonna bang 2 rocks behind your ears. Well, okay, so they got 4 of them. It says hot stone massage, Does that mean I have to lay on a hot stone, or are they going to massage me with hot stones?
They're going to massage you with hot stones.
Anti-aging treatment, which isn't a real thing. Swedish and deep tissue massage. I don't know.
That's where they hit you with a tenderizing mallet for half an hour.
And then it says even facials designed specifically for men. Now, I've already shown up with a flower bag. I don't think I'm going to get a facial. What do they mean designed specifically for men? Like, what's the difference between...
They mean ones that you don't have to be embarrassed about if you're...
They label it designed specifically for men so that you can have it done without feeling embarrassed.
Yeah, basically.
They should call it no guilt facials.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
And then there's the mystery dinner theater, which they were.
We got the casino notices when we came back from dinner. So your name here. We'd like to invite you to get on the big action of Casino Royale, and yes, they actually named it that, and try your luck on a wide variety of Vegas-style games. Yada yada yada.
So like the normal variety.
And they also have a raffle that you could win up to $500 off of your bill.
I mean, I'll probably add $500 to my bill by the time we reach.
Oh God, everything is so expensive. When I paid $1,500 for this, I thought that was going to be all included.
It does include a lot of free, like that. The
buffet
is free, so
and
we don't have to eat anywhere else if we don't want to.
I know, but like, it's kind of stupid to have you on this giant boat and be like, okay, you can only eat here, and it all has to be buffet style and have fun.
Well, I mean, part of the fun, at least to me, I don't know. I mean, I'm the camping type. I actually can go a week without a TV. I'm just ticked
I can
off
do
that
it too.
TV thing.
No, yeah. It's just that we planned to do this, and like I was really looking forward to running some Corpse Party because that game,
We like horror games.
We like games in general, but we've been looking at Corpse Party for a long time and meaning to play through it. And we finally have this opportunity to hang out and play Corpse Party, and we can't because the TV's broken.
Yeah, and then we also brought Persona 4 Dancing All Night, which
is a hoot.
Yeah, I haven't even made it through the main game yet. I couldn't stop playing the.
I know
the
it's so
free play.
good. I made it through a good chunk of the story, but not that much of it. It's good. It's all so good.
Okay, so here's the things to know. Here's some of the things to know on your cruise, when you take your cruise. Let's see, Royal Caribbean welcomes guests with access needs, so you're good if you got a wheelchair. Alcohol policy. Guests are not allowed to bring beer, hard liquor, fortified wines, etc., etc. They sell the stuff here. Anyone that doesn't know that, I don't even know what... Like, how do you figure out how to sign up for a cruise if you can't figure that out?
What do you mean?
That you shouldn't be bringing your own booze on the boat.
Why not?
Well, I mean, you know that they're going to sell you booze.
Well,
so
I mean, I know that they're going to try to sell me movies on the TV, too. I didn't expect them to lock out the HDMI port.
That's true. I guess that's true.
I mean, this is the same mistake, just on a different object.
I guess so, but I guess there's a stigma attached to alcohol. Well, okay, no, but that's
no. There's a pretty big stigma attached to being a video game player.
Well, okay, but actually, that's one of the things that we mentioned when we were over there looking at the TV like monkeys and being angry about it.
Give me a Phillips head screwdriver. I will open this thing up and I'll find the switch, the one that entitles me to a game of Corpse Party.
Things we actually said and were willing to do.
I'll break that thing open.
But no, it was like, okay,
you can bill me.
So obviously, the reason that they try to lock you out from doing things like that is because they don't want you to bring like a DVD player and your own movies. They want to.
But you can bring a laptop.
Yeah, but you can bring a laptop. But the thing is,
and a DVD player.
Or a laptop that plays DVDs. I mean.
Well, yes. I mean, you could bring an external DVD ROM drive. Is what I mean.
Yeah, but the point is, it's like, so they make this attempt to lock you out from using the thing that they put in your room so that they can try to shill things to you. But then the crap that they have that you can actually buy is like you can order the original Madagascar movie and I mean, I'm not going to do that. How many people on this boat are going to do that don't have
There's
kids?
probably like 3 or 4 children that are going to want to watch Madagascar.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of children on the boat, and I think only 3 or 4 of them are going to want to watch Madagascar.
And 2 of those 3 are going to have parents that are going to say, I'm not paying $10 for a movie.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm not paying $10 for a 10-year-old movie.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the reception to the TV through a cable is pretty bad.
Yeah. And so, but then the thing is, it's like, there's nothing you can order to. There's not even any games you can order. So you're being locked out.
There's a video arcade up on like the 12th deck.
Yeah, is it anything like the library?
I suspect it is.
Yeah, so
the games are all in German.
Although you did mention you did float the idea that maybe they have TVs for use up there. We might be able to like get a group going. To play Corpse
we might
Party
be able
and dance.
to.
Well, I don't think anyone will want to play Corpse Party, but we could definitely get people in on some dancing all night.
We could.
So let's see what else we got. So the alcohol policy is really long. I don't want to read this.
No, you don't have to
I'm
read
not going
it.
to read
Don't
that.
read that.
This is not a Trump platform. I don't have to read this.
Yeah, we have no obligation.
Baggage advice. Each guest is permitted to carry on board the vessel or check in only wearing the apparel and personal effects reasonably necessary for the cruise. We recommend that guests personally carry any boarding documentation. What do they mean recommend? They wouldn't let us on the boat if we didn't.
It's in my bag. I gave it to the porter. Well, you're fucked because your bag's going on the boat, but you're not. Have fun.
Bring an overnight bag for your last night at sea. Staff will collect your luggage the night before disembarkation, and you will need an overnight bag to carry your night clothes and toiletries.
Oh shit! Really? I didn't even read that.
It's okay. You can buy cheap night bags here.
No. I mean, I have the bag. The bag is fine, but like, I just need to make sure that I like put extra things in it that aren't already in it.
All right. So communication with the ship, piece of cake, fine, no problems there. Gratuities. A $13.50 per person per day gratuity will be automatically added to each guest's SeaPass account on a daily basis.
That's pretty painful.
Yeah, to be shared
$13 in tips.
That's about $100 right there.
A little less than that.
A little less, but close enough.
Yeah. Well, they seem to think that an 18% gratuity is standard here, so that's kind of ridiculous. But
I'd say to be shared by dining.
Not to be fair, I guess the service has been pretty good where we've had any.
Well, I mean, at least it's convenient though, because I hate having to deal with is this a person that I'm supposed to tip or isn't it?
Well, that's the thing, is that tipping is not all inclusive. Like that tip does not include tips for porters or bartenders or.
No, but it does tell you here which ones it does include. So, like dining service staff, stateroom attendants, and other housekeeping services.
Yeah,
that's where they get that from. So we don't have to tip them. We can if we want to.
We are tipping them. We can tip them extra if we want to.
Let's see. Guests who prepaid gratuities prior to boarding will not see a challenge. 18% gratuity is also automatically added to beverages from the minibar.
There's a minibar?
Yeah. That was that one that we walked into while I was looking for coffee, and we decided we would not be able to find coffee.
That's not what minibar means. Minibar means like the fridge. There's nothing in our fridge.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That is what minibar. I don't go enough places.
I don't go to bars at all.
Yeah.
So.
What was great though was when we went up on the deck and they had that little cutout corner where they were selling diving gear and diving suits, and
that's actually
it was a bar, and we walked past it, and I was like, look, it's a literal dive bar.
Yeah.
There's a guest conduct policy. If Royal Caribbean
don't be an ass on the high
basically.
seas while drinking your juice in the hood.
Infants will be thrown off the boat if they misbehave. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome. We had that.
It really would.
We had that kid with the two butter tops as symbols all through dinner. That was ridiculous.
Yeah. I would love to see a child tossing. That should be an event.
Like an Olympic event. Child tossing. And it's done exactly the same way that they do the log throw.
Yeah.
You like have the kid
standing
on your hands and you flip them in the air.
Caber toss.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so the muster drill. Here's an important thing to know about cruises. A mandatory safety drill for all guests will take place before the ship sails. This drill is designed to acquaint you with the safety procedures in event of a real emergency. On the back of your stateroom door, you'll find important information, yada yada, as well as proper use of the life jacket. Okay, they didn't say it in here, but in the other guest booklet we got, it's almost like a threat. It's like, if you do not attend this, you will be taken off the boat.
Yeah, that is what they say. And it's one of those things where they actually say that they're going to look through all of the staterooms and everything and all the public areas to find everybody so that everybody attends it, even if you've already been on a cruise with them before. So it's like, okay, fine, whatever. And you just stand there for like 20 minutes as they jabber at you about how to use a life vest.
Yeah, with a really loud loudspeaker that like hurts your ear. Like it was so loud that when I got
60% of the people had their fingers in their ears.
Yeah, when it got quiet, I tapped you on the shoulder and said, "This is what it's like to work at the airport."
I see. Yes, but then like Oh man, the lifeboats are kind of scary. They're like these big yellow things that they have a top though, so they look like these death traps.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they didn't make us get into any of those, because that's what they suggested they were going to do in like the video that they have on the stupid TV that doesn't work.
They have this thing called Save the Waves, which is... I hate it when people give things names that don't actually... it isn't like some grand movement of theirs. It's just them asking you not to throw things off the deck and into the water.
Please don't litter.
Yeah,
littering is the behavior of an asshole. Don't be an asshole.
Part of our guest conduct policy, maybe.
Yeah, right. We'll throw you off the boat if you litter off the boat. Simple. Easy.
For the safety of our guests, certain items are not allowed on board the cruise ship. Weapons, illegal drugs, and other items that could interfere with the safe operation of the ship are prohibited. The following are examples. Firearms, ammunition, realistic replicas.
How is ammunition by itself a weapon?
Well, how is a realistic replica a weapon?
Well, you could use it to pretend rob someone.
I guess so.
If they didn't, call your bluff.
Sharp objects, including knives and scissors.
That's why I have my steel... that's why I have my steel pen.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Personal grooming items, such as safety razors, are allowed. Illegal drugs and substances. Are they still illegal once you hit international waters?
I don't know.
Can you call it illegal if you're in a place where it's not illegal?
They have to go through places where it won't be illegal, or where it will be illegal, so I don't know, maybe.
Candles and incense, coffee makers, clothes irons and hot plates, baseball bats, hockey sticks, cricket bats, bows and arrows, illegal drugs, again.
Wait, didn't they already say weapons?
Yes. Okay. But they said illegal drugs twice, so,
Well, they're double super secret illegal.
Skateboards and surfboards, martial arts gear, self-defense gear, including handcuffs, pepper spray, and nightsticks. Flammable...
I can understand the pepper spray and the nightsticks, but what if you just want to have some fun with the handcuffs?
You're not helping, Rudy.
I never help. It's something that I never do.
Flammable liquids and explosives, including lighter fluid and fireworks, ham radios.
Ham radios?
I guess they're dangerous.
They catch fire like a Galaxy Note S7.
Dangerous chemicals, including bleach and paint, personal alcohol, and hookah pipes.
Well, that's a pretty ridiculously exhaustive list.
Yes, it is. That's it for that. So what else do we got to talk about?
I don't know.
It was the initial meetup, the welcome meetup, was kind of cool.
I mean, we just got to hang around and chat with a bunch of people.
Yeah, well, we were basically talking with one of the people I met at the Marriott before the cruise, and nothing really going on there, just seeing who else was on the cruise for the Contra Cruise portion. Then we went to the dinner. The dinner was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I had 3 desserts. By
accident.
They somehow found out it was my birthday, and they came and sang happy birthday to me.
Then they gave you a piece of carrot cake with the word happy birthday on it.
After I'd already ordered a dessert and a latte. So.
And that dessert that you ordered, what was it, like a strawberry mousse?
It was a strawberry mousse.
It was huge.
Well, yeah.
It was like the size of, I looked at that, I'm like, is that like an entire head cheese? What is that?
Well, it's because a mousse is really,
I know,
really
it's got a lot of air
really
in it.
Cheap.
I know.
It's really cheap, too, so they can give you a bigger portion. Like everyone else had that dinky little carrot cake.
Yeah, the dinky little carrot cake. And it wasn't even very good carrot cake.
It wasn't? See, because I didn't try it, because my free happy birthday carrot cake was... I just passed it around to everyone else.
The cream cheese frosting was flavorful, but very thin. So it didn't have any, texture to it. So it was not... I mean, I think that the stuff I get at Walmart is actually better carrot cake.
Yeah. Well, I told the story to everyone at that table about how my grandmother used to bake a carrot cake for my dad every year for his birthday, and that was always a good carrot cake. You got to cook carrot cake right to.
Yeah, you have to. It has to stay moist, and it has to stay. Yeah. Cold is even kind of nice for carrot cake.
It doesn't have to be cold.
It doesn't have to be cold, but I kind of prefer it. It's got to
stay moist.
It's got to stay moist, and having it be cold helps it feel moister.
Yeah. That's why cream cheese frosting works so well. It keeps the moisture in, and it complements the bitterness of the cake very well. But yeah, the strawberry mousse was good. It was sugar-free, though, so...
Ugh, I couldn't eat it then.
Well, I mean, it's sweetened by the strawberry.
Well, is it... No, but that's not what sugar-free means.
To the best of my knowledge, it did not have any sweetener in it other than the fruit. I could not...
No artificial sweetener?
I couldn't taste any.
I see. And you can taste them or not? Because I know a lot of people that like say, "Oh, I don't taste any difference between Diet Coke and Coke." I'm like, you are an insane person.
Yeah, I can taste the difference. but like more importantly, if it's so thin that I wouldn't be able to taste it, I usually get like that shaky energy drink feeling when I have artificial sweetener, and I didn't get that, so I'm pretty sure it was
just unsweetened.
Yeah,
which is kind of weird for a dessert.
Well, the latte was also unsweetened, but
they seem to be really pushing a lot of unsweetened stuff. Like they had the unsweetened mango drinks at the buffet, and the unsweetened tea, and the unsweetened lemonade, and the unsweetened water.
I knew that the mango dessert that they had would be disappointing, and someone ordered it, and they were disappointed in it.
Yes.
But I mean, I said that when we got here and we were looking at the menu like 2 hours before the dinner. Didn't I point out the what was it it wasn't sugar-free mango. What did they call it? It was some kind of mango yogurt or something.
Yeah, it was mango pudding.
Mango pudding, that was it. I was like, I'm not going to... I don't trust the integrity of a restaurant that's going to make a mango pudding and set it down in front of me for dessert.
Yeah.
It's everything that we've done related to the cruise so far has been pretty enjoyable, right?
Yeah, I mean... the Contra Cruise portion of it seems very good. Like, we get to have a pretty decent meal. We get to sit down with different people every day.
Yeah, I certainly don't want to knock it. I mean, we're just not social people. That's
the
where
problem
most of our complaints are coming from.
Is that we're just not, and we also...
Really, I mean, what's our biggest...
I really wanted to play Corpse Party.
Well, yeah, that's our biggest complaint, is that we want to sit in our room and play video games.
And they won't let us, damn it. Oh, you said that you might be able to cast to your computer.
Yeah, if the PlayStation TV can cast to my laptop, then we might be able to hook this up. So we're going to try it.
Yeah.
We can complain about that tomorrow when it doesn't work. This will be day one of the Contra. It's going to read like some vanished sailor's journal.
Yeah, I know. Well, it'll be like day 2. The casting the PS TV to the laptop didn't work. We're becoming increasingly worried that we will not be able to play any Corpse Party while we're here. Day 4. Justin's dead. I'm not sure what happened.
I know it's going to come to me eating his corpse, but I'm holding off as long as I can.
If only I could play some video games. Like day 7 is just me making eating noises and singing "Happy Birthday" to
Day 5 is going to be you scrapping the smoke alarm for parts to get the TV to work.
If it were that easy, then I wouldn't have to kill you and eat you.
But we didn't know why I died, or were you just telling people that for the sake of the recording?
I was becoming increasingly unhinged as time went on. After 4 days of being trapped on a boat with 4,000 strangers, I'm not sure that I would be sane anymore.
Placed Justin's remains in the flour bag and tossed him out to sea.
Was scolded for littering. What was in that bag? Nothing.
Viking funeral.
How did you set it on fire? Hot rock
Flammable
massage.
Made an explosive out of the fire alarm.
We've got the water spout for the anti-fire water spout, which has a nice big "Don't hang clothes on this" sticker next to it. I love that. It means that someone's actually tried to use that as a hanger, and they've knocked the wax plug out. And do you know how much water those things put out?
Yes, I do.
Like there would be an inch of water. There would be an inch of water in this room in 15 seconds.
Yeah, no, actually, Derek.
It'd be like, hello, yes, room service. We need someone to turn on the bilge pump to our room. And it'd be like, what? It'd be like. This conversation is over.
If he's still got it on his channel, Derek actually has a video titled "How to Change the Head" on a fire suppression system, and it's just him ripping it off and putting a new one on while it's still flowing.
How does he manage to stop it? The water, I mean.
He just forces it on there.
Oh, Jesus, that's a Derek solution right there.
Yeah, well, that's how he does it.
But that water is at like 80 psi. How could he possibly push hard enough on that thing?
these are questions that I, as a mere human, cannot answer.
I see.
Only Derek can give us the answer to that question.
Only Derek knows, and he's not telling.
Oh. Yeah, I need to take some photos of those creepy paintings. That's just... It's mind-boggling that you...
We could use those as the cover images for these recordings.
Yes. Yeah,
we need to do that.
I'll
or like just have a montage of them. Like
that means I'm going to have to actually figure out good ways to time the pictures in the videos.
No, you don't.
Just put them up at random and let everyone figure it out as it goes.
Oh, jeez.
And then the very last one, I'll just stretch out for the rest of it.
We could go on like a treasure hunt. We could go find the worst art on the boat. And
you know what we could do?
What's that?
We could create a scavenger hunt and send other people on it. That would be awesome.
Well, do we have anything to reward them with?
No, we don't. They don't get a reward. The reward is the experience.
We charge them for the.
We'll charge them an 18% gratuity.
But yeah. I don't know. Can we get images from them? They can't like email them to us or anything.
I brought one checked bag. There's nothing I can give to anyone as a reward.
You can give the bag to them. No one wants your flower bag. Oh, is that a consolation prize? No, that's the prize.
What about your clothes? I'm just throwing them in the ocean as I'm done with them.
I only wear these things once.
It's a new day. Another day, another $50.
Hey, if you went to TJ Maxx, you could cut that down to 30.
I look for a lot of 2-for-1 sales.
2 what? For 1 what?
Wait. I meant buy one, get one free.
Bring us used underwear. We will give you 2 used underwear of different types. I'm not sure I want to shop here anymore.
I guess we could have talked to Tom and Bob at the meet and greet, but I'm more interested in hearing them talk.
Well, I mean...
At whatever the events are going to be, then...
I don't have anything to say to them in particular other than, hello and thanks for running this thing.
Yes.
Because, I mean, I don't want to just be like, oh, yeah, I like your podcasts and your books are good, too. And, I don't have...
I know I've never been the...
Maybe I'll ask questions after one of the seminars where he's talking about something. But, we saw Bob walking down the hall and we greeted him and said hello and shook his hand. But it's like, I don't need to... I don't want to be all fanboy-y over them either.
I don't have it in me to do that. Like, I don't do... I do autographs, but I never do it seriously. Like, I remember I got my Chinese dictionary a long time ago. I don't even speak Chinese. I brought a Chinese dictionary to an autograph signing by Chiho Saito, which I don't even remember what it was that she did. Was it...
I don't know.
Utena or...
Oh, that might be it.
I think it was Utena. Boy, the confused look on her face when I handed her that Chinese dictionary.
She'll remember that for the rest of her life.
I did that to... what's his name? He was the guy that did the voice of... was it Kentaro in Golden Boy?
Oh, that guy.
Doug something.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
I had him autograph a Japanese dictionary.
Did you bring any of the Spice and Wolf for one of them to sign?
No, I couldn't.
That would be funny. Oh man.
I was already running out of room in my tiny bags here.
Yeah. You should have just bought a... well, I guess we already had this conversation.
I should have, but yeah.
And now you don't ever need to, because we're never going to do this again.
Yeah, but I was considering bringing my Japanese and English copies of the first Spice and Wolf novels and seeing if I could get them to sign each sign one.
Or have them both sign both.
No, it'd be better to have one signed by each and be like, this was the one that Bob liked better.
Oh, Bob likes it better.
Bob speaks Japanese.
Bob likes it better in the original Japanese.
But no, I don't really care about autographs.
It would actually be funny to get copies of those books and have Tom and Bob sign them and then send them to Asuna Hasakura.
I actually...
Cheers from America.
Brian actually, a long time ago, he found an interview that Chiho Saito did where they were asking her about autographs, and she said that one of the strangest things she ever had to autograph was a Chinese dictionary.
Yeah, no, she'll remember that for the rest of her life.
Yeah, I made my mark there. I like to give rather than receive. Okay, wait, I need to rephrase that. This flower bag is starting to...
The rumors continue to fly.
For the record, that was completely accidental. I didn't even do that joke on purpose. I think I owe it to anyone that hears this to let them know that.
Yeah, we're gonna cut that part out. No, it should just end abruptly after you say that. Like we'll like splice in me going, "Oh God, no!"
I mean, I wouldn't even be able to think of any questions to ask either of them. Really, it'd be. I mean, they talk about all the things that I would ask anyway, so it's like I don't have to ask them.
Well, I mean, you could ask for clarification. I mean, this is a moot point. I mean, they're just. Yeah.
Well, you and I are like insane level geniuses. How many times do we really need them to clarify things for us?
Well, sometimes it helps to understand their position on stuff. I mean, yeah, that's not the direction I'm going anyway. It's like, you know.
Wait, we shouldn't brag about being insane geniuses because A, people will focus on the insane part. B, we're supposed to keep that a secret.
Are we? Shit.
It's okay though because C, nobody's going to believe us after listening to half the stuff we say.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough.
So we're safe.
Yes. Safe-ish.
We're just idiots pretending to be geniuses.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there we go. That's our perfect cover. I mean, the truth. That is our truth.
Truth, yes.
Not a perfect cover.
What else have we done? I was very tired. I know you were too.
I'm probably more tired than you.
Oh, you definitely are because I got sleep. I had a hotel room.
No. The best part was that last night when I was like 5 minutes from falling asleep. Like I had been listening to Slow Beef and Diabetes go through SD Snatcher as like my kind of fall asleep background noise, and like I was right at the point where I wasn't understanding their words anymore, and then you called. And I was like, okay, I'll answer the phone. And so I answered the phone, and I'm like, what time is it? I'm like, oh no, I lost an hour of sleep.
What did I even call you for?
You were just like,
to wake you up, besides to wake you up.
Yeah, I know, right? No, you were like, oh yeah, I talk to people. I'm like, great, that's fantastic. It's 10 o'clock. I really need to sleep because I have to wake up.
That is a milestone for me. like we may not shut up here, but I do not. Those people basically had to like punch me repeatedly in the face to get me to talk to them once I sat down at the table.
Yeah, well, you know, that's. I have the same issue.
But but then they brought up school, and it was all, you know, it was easy from there because I have school PTSD.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, you want me to talk about school? Huh? Let me tell you a few things.
At least they fixed our drain without even us asking. That was kind of nice.
Yeah, I'm still not entirely clear on how they figured out it was my birthday.
Well, didn't you put your birthday into the thing when you signed up?
Yeah, but I mean, man, they circulate that stuff quick. And then there's all the giant cameras in the main walkways. It's like a Big Brother ship.
Yeah, it was the Liberty of the Seas.
Well, one of the things that
Big Liberty is watching.
One of the games I was talking about bringing was 999.
I think I actually did bring 999.
Yeah, that takes place on a ship. They lock everyone up in separate rooms, and they have to figure out puzzles, or else they die. It's
a great game. Its actual title in the original Japanese was "Good People Die."
That is a beautiful title.
It's fantastic. Oh, there's the debarkation stuff. That's going to be a pain in the butt.
Yeah. I'm sure that they're not going to let me stay on the boat, so I figure if I just don't do anything, I'll end up off the boat one way or another.
One way or another, you'll be off of the boat. That's all right. We're an hour and 15 minutes in.
Yeah, well, that's definitely good then. I think we can. I think this ends day one of the cruise.
Day one of the cruise. Tune in next time as we become increasingly desperate.
We give this to you as a gift for you to receive because I am a giver.
It was an itchy tasty.
I'm done.